Hello, my name is Lisa Blundell, and I'm going to show you an easy way to set up a FTP server, and I'm also going to show you how to set up the FTP server behind a router. What is FTP server? FTP stands for Files Transfer Protocol. It is a network protocol that is used to transfer files from one host to another host over a TCP-based network. It uses two ports, port 20 to set up the data transfer and port 21 to transfer the actual data. In this tutorial, we're going to use FileZilla, which is a free software used to transfer files over the internet. It is a very popular and powerful FTP client. So we're going to download FileZilla. So you're going to type http://filezilla-project.org/, and this should take you to the download center for the FileZilla. Here you're going to click download FileZilla server Windows only. So you're going to click on that. You're going to click download now. And the installation process is relatively easy. You're going to click I agree. You're going to leave everything as is. Click next, 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 and then you're going to click install. And after this has been completed, you're going to click close, and the FileZilla should open up. I'm going to minimize this. Now, by default, the administration password is blank. So you're going to leave as is and click OK. If you notice here, we are logged on. Now I'm going to configure the user. So click edit, select user, and I'm going to click add to configure the remote user. Now I'm going to provide a username. I'm going to put my name, Lisa, and then I'm going to click OK. I'm going to check the password box, and I'm going to give it a password, something that is easy to remember. Next, I'm going to look for a folder to be placed in the FTP server. To do this, I'm going to click on shared folder. I'm going to click add, and I am going to share my music folder. I'm going to click OK. Next, I'm going to select the following options: write and delete, because I want to configure my permissions. Also under directories, I'm going to select create and delete, and I'm going to click OK. Now, what I'm going to do now is access the FTP server inside of the network. Now, in order to do this, I need to find the IP address of this computer, which is hosting the FTP server. I'm going to go on to start. I'm going to type cmd, press enter, and I'm going to type ipconfig to locate my private IP address. Right, and as you can see here, this is my private IP address. It is extremely important that you remember the IP address, because this is what you're going to use to access the FTP locally. I'm going to open up my browser, and in the address bar, I'm going to type ftp:// my private IP address 192.168.1.2 colon and the FTP port number, which is 21, and I'm going to press enter. Now if you notice here, the FTP server logon page appears. Sometimes, however, you may not get this message, this logon screen. You may get Internet Explorer cannot display the web page. All you have to do is configure your firewall. To do this, you go to Start, Control Panel, Windows, Firewall, and you have two things that you can do. You can either disable the firewall or you can create an exception. When it is completed, when that whole situation is rectified, you go back to the web browser and you refresh the page, and then you'll get this logon screen here. So here I'm going to enter my username and password that I chose earlier on. And I'm going to click login. And here you can see the folder that I shared, which was my music folder. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to access FTP server outside of the network from different cities and places. If you're uncertain about your public IP address, all you have to do is Google IP check-in or type in what's my IP address, and you click the link, and in the address bar you will type FTP : / and you enter your public IP address : 21, and then you'll see all of your files. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to access the FTP server behind a router. To do this, you need to know your router's IP address. If you're uncertain, go to Start, CMD, press enter, type in IP config, enter, and if you look at your default gateway, that is your router's IP address. I'm going to open my browser and I'm going to type in my router's IP address, which is 192.168.1.1. Enter. I'm going to enter my username and password for my router. Then I'm going to click login. From the menu on the left, click Advanced Setup. Then I'm going to click NAT, then Virtual Servers. I'm going to click this Add button here, the one in the middle of the page. Then I'm going to select Custom Service, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a new port that I will be forwarding to. Inside server IP address, that is where you're going to place your private IP address. So 192.168.1.2, and under external and internal port I'm going to enter 21, because this is the port that I will be forwarding to. And under protocol, I'm going to select both TCP and UDP. Then I'm going to click Apply/Save. Today you have learned how to set up a FTP server and how to access a FTP server behind a router. Thank you for viewing my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.